Da-da-da. Welcome to another week of In Her Season. I'm your co-host Liv.
And I'm your co-host Rachel. And
I would like to say that the energy is up and bringing vibes today, but that's just because the time change.
Oh.
It went well for me because I don't have kids, so how did it go for you?
I think hopefully it'll work in our favor to help with like bedtime for our son. But in terms of like adults, I'm like, this is actually screwing everything up. Like we're waking up at 8 a.m. Like I'm just like, there's no point in even trying to like make it at a certain time now because it's all screwed up anyways. And I'm like, this is really annoying.
Yeah, I was like confused because like I have the luxury to forget, and then I was like so excited because I was like, oh my God, we get sunshine in the evenings.
Yeah.
Doesn't really affect me whatsoever, other than like it feels like summertime.
But are you still waking up at the same time?
I am, and I realized that the clock says an hour difference, so I'm like, oh great, I get to like adjust that way a little bit. But also like I was waking up at 6 before, now I'm waking up at 7. I mean, either way, I don't really have to start working till 9, so I mean, it's not like fully affecting my morning.
Wow. Okay, wait. So when you're waking up at 6 a.m., what are you doing?
Do you just like want to like escape into my life for a minute where I don't have kids? Like what I do is a 29-year-old newlywed with no kids and just my dog and my husband to take care of.
Yeah, because I got your text. I'm like, why are you up right now?
I am, dude. I'm up in the morning.
It was more like, you could sleep in. But you're choosing to be up. Why are you up? And I'm like, I just want to sleep in. I want to be unbothered and I want to sleep in. And I was just like, she's up. Of course she's up.
Look, Rachel, not to make you super jealous, but sometimes I get like 9 hours of sleep.
Oh, wow.
So I'm ready to be up.
That's nice, yeah.
Because when we turn in early, have you met my husband?
Yes, no, I have. I know.
So I'm up, okay? I'm like ready to be up, okay? So like I get up and honestly, no, I'm going to tell you my incredibly indulgent life here because like I wake up when my husband wakes up and gets out of bed because it wakes me up, you know? But he gets up at like 5:30 and I'm like, I just don't subscribe to that.
Okay.
I just feel it feels wrong. No, literally, so I do. And so he'll like go like let the dog out and I'm also like, yes, like I don't have to get up and let her out if I like I'm still asleep, you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel if one of the kids is crying at night. And he gets up, I'm like, yeah.
So we let him, be the man of the house and take care of the things. And then I know that he leaves to go to the gym, so he'll crack the bedroom door for my dog to come back in and she'll cuddle me. And I'll be like, this is what I was waiting for. And then I'll cuddle my dog and then I get up and go make like my morning drink with like my supplements and stuff. And honestly, my problem in life right now is I'm not cold plunging because I'm at a rental. So I don't have my cold plunge, otherwise I would. I have actually started doing the dip my face in the ice water.
You said you were doing it this week, so
yeah, I was gonna like go into that.
What you think?
I really like it, and like no surprise there because I like cold plunging.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I don't have access to my cold plunge right now, right? So I'm like, okay, like what can I do for my routine, get some of the same benefits? And it's interesting because when I was like kind of reading on people doing like you dunk your face in like a bowl of ice water in the morning as like a wake up and refresh, is like you have so many nerve endings in your face that I guess it's like supposed to be similar to like dunking your whole body.
Really?
In the like psycho and emotional way.
Yeah.
But like the physical way, I'm like it couldn't be. Like I can see, of course, where like the ice water can like firm up your skin. I feel like the skin, I've loved like that, like feeling like fresh in my skin and like my pores being tight and like feeling like nice and tight like in my face skin in the morning. But like obviously it's not gonna have the like let me burn all your brown fat super fast like the cold plunge that I love.
Or like help reduce inflammation in your body.
Yeah, and like the full on like shock that your body goes through. Like I'm also like you can't obviously do it near as long as your face is under, like you have to breathe. So like
so does it give you like a shock? Like you wanna
I feel like it's not a shock in the same way that the cold plunge is a shock. Like I also feel like I've been looking forward to it because I've been like missing my plunge that I've been like looking forward to it. I definitely, similar to the cold plunge, right? It's gonna wake you up and you don't like, I I don't even drink coffee first thing in the morning, but my gosh, I really do like that. Like, okay, start my day, like, let's go. My dog's watching me do it. She probably thinks I'm crazy. Everything's fine. But like I have really been liking it. Yeah. I think it's like a nice like little like reset, start your day, some calm, some like
Because I guess
mindfulness.
what's it supposed to actually do? Is it just to like help firm the skin up for the morning?
It's supposed to like calm your nervous system.
Okay.
I do feel like I feel like it calms my nervous system in the same way that the cold plunge does. And that's something I really liked about it.
Okay. Well,
So
once you get back to the cold plunging, you'll have to compare
I can't wait.
and
Yeah.
just like see like which one you think has more like benefits or whatever.
Currently, obviously, I think cold plunge, but that's just because I've done that one. Like I did that one for such
Yeah.
a long time.
Well, it's also so in our ears too, and like we've seen a lot of cold plunging and what the benefits are in that. So I feel same too, especially if you come from like an athletic background or whatever. You're like,
Mhm.
well, you're gonna put your body in. Your face is one thing, but like whole body, you can't say you've cold plunged if you just put your face in ice water. Essentially, is what I was saying. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
the cold plunge is just in its own form, like
And it's kind of funny
place.
because it's like I'm like looking at them as completely two separate things. Meanwhile, if my husband's going in the cold plunge, he's going completely under, like his head, his hair, his face, the whole thing, and then popping out and like keeping his body under the water. And like I am absolutely not doing that. It's like up to the neck or just the face, like one or the other, like not both for me.
I've started seeing more about how there's actually no proof on how cold it has to be able to benefit you, so you don't actually have to go like
It doesn't need to be like
32 degrees.
Yeah, like it doesn't need to be freezing, which
I've
is
seen like around like 40 or 50
Mhm.
is still doing the trick, which I would
I
agree.
think I've kept my plunge at I think for a while I had it like in like the 30s, like 38, but I think like when I was doing it last I had it around like 47 because I think like 49 and under degrees Fahrenheit is like I'm still coming off from hanging out with all the Europeans.
Yeah.
Um is the there's no change in benefits from 49 degrees and less.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that that feels cold because it sounds like I don't know, like it could be
Oh
a nice
no,
day.
it's cold.
It's cold, but
It's
the
60 degree
craziest
water is
thing.
not that
Okay, the
warm.
craziest thing is like when we started cold plunging, we just had like the blow up plunge, so we didn't have the actual the water
Filter or
system to be able to
whatever.
set the temperature. So it was just
Oh.
as cold as it was outside.
Okay.
So we started it in like a January 1st situation because we got it for Christmas from like my in-laws. And so the whole January and February, we were plunging at whatever the fuck degree it was outside. There were some mornings where my husband was taking a shovel to like break up the ice that formed like at the top of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so it's crazy to think that we had done that and that now like I can set the temperature and it's like it only needs to be in like the high 40s
Yeah.
and it's fine. But if you go plunge, even in the dead of winter, it can be snowing outside, cold. For some reason, the water feels colder. I need a scientist to come on here and like tell me why. There's something about like humidity and like water that like water just feels colder than air. It just does.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but 40 degrees in Florida feels colder than 40 degrees in Chicago. I believe it. It does. I think it's because of humidity. I don't know. I could be completely far off base.
No, I think humidity has.
It's gotta be that. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I don't know. Back to my morning though. I lounge around for like 30 minutes and make some breakfast and drink while I like answer emails, and then I go to the gym after that. And then I come back, I take a shower, put on some cozy sweats, get back to my emails or whatever the heck's on my list for the day.
Because you get to work remote.
Yeah, I mean, if I have like a meeting or like whatever, but like I'll take my dog for a walk sometime shortly thereafter, and life's good.
That sounds very peaceful.
Life is not as hard as I feel like your morning goes.
All I want for Mother's Day is a weekend alone.
Yeah, are you just gonna check yourself into like a hotel?
I'm gonna have Luke and the kids. I don't know if you can even hear them screaming.
I know if you
They're
do.
screaming upstairs, which is why I literally.
It's like this
I'm
is
like
the vibes
sounding
right now.
No, Liv's really holding it together for us right now because I'm dead. What were we just talking about?
And that's all. That for Mother's Day, you just
Yeah,
want
Mother's
to
Day.
do
Oh
that.
yeah, Mother's Day. Sorry. Yeah, no, don't. Just don't. I don't want everyone to be together. No. The best
And
gift
this
is
is what
honestly
Mom
now I
always
understand.
said. That.
I never understood them. Like that woman doesn't want to be with her kids. Can you believe that? I would always want to do it. No, 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 no. There's times where you're just like,
To be
get
mom.
the hell away from me. Don't look at me. Don't ask me anything. Don't touch me. I just don't want anything right now but a whole weekend alone.
Just alone. And you know what? Rachel literally asked me a moment ago. She said, "How is it at your sister's house?" My sister, who has 4 toddlers under the age of 4. I was like, "Girl, don't worry." Like they're running around, they're doing who knows what all the time. I mean,
Well, because you come over and I'm just like,
I'm not phased.
yeah, I'm like, are you phased or not? That's why I'm like, what's
Yeah,
your
no, I could
sister's
tell.
house is like, because I'm like, welcome to the chaos.
No, I
Unless
could
we're, like,
tell you were
used to
gauging it,
but-
and I'm like, it's literally like one kid having an issue. Like, you're fine. Like,
First of all, hot take or heartbreak, I didn't do one last time, if anyone noticed. But
call her out.
do you have a hot take or heartbreak this week?
Yeah, sure. I did. It'll kind of go along with the fact that like Jesus, my life's so simple. Like it's not gonna be hard. Like
hot
you're
take.
just. Maybe it should.
Is that a hot take? Is my life is so
No, I was
maybe
gonna
my
say
life is hard.
my heartbreak
Or, like-
was like Summer Fridays,
Oh.
brand. Like all the new like lip stuff came out.
Oh.
And I was so excited and I needed a bunch of like new like lip liners. So I was like, this is perfect. I'm gonna get to try this new brand. And like a group chat with some girlfriends who are like, oh my god, try all of these, they're so good. And I waited like 2 weeks for the stuff to come in. I just like don't understand the colors on redheads. It just everything's like too bright.
Is it all neon-y?
Not like neon, just like the pinks that like look so like a neutral, like rosy pink on like the model, like looks like
Fluorescent.
yeah, just like so it looks like I have like a dramatic dark deep pink because like next to my
Oh.
complexion it's so much darker on me, and I'm always conscious of this when I order lip products. Like I really try to get light, but then sometimes I'll get just like too light and then I have dark lips because of my complexion that it's too light and I can't win. And so this is my heartbreak of the week is I'm having to return all of my beautiful new Summer Friday stuff. I don't like it. I'm not gonna wear it.
You
And
can return it.
yeah, well, I haven't like looked into that yet. It's just that's
Oh.
my plan.
Oh.
So fingers crossed for me, and that's just
Maybe-
that's what I
oh my
had.
God,
That's
you
just
need to
like
start
really
your own
real.
line.
Just for redhead.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what it can be called.
Yeah. Well, that. Yeah, and like fair skinned people. And,
I just like I follow creators specifically who are like redhead for like makeup because I'm like they will drop all the time the brands they like and I'm like no no no, I need you to specifically spell out what is the number of the shade that you are using because it's not working for me. And like I've always had to be like really specific with like it's lip stuff in
Yeah.
particular, and I think it's because like I think when you have that redhead complexion, like my lips are like they're a deep red naturally. They're not just like a light
Have you ever
pink.
wanted to do like the
Like blushing?
Yeah, or like tattooing?
I've never wanted to because my lips are like naturally a color dark enough for my skin tone.
Okay.
Like they are, and like if I really wanted it to like look natural, I could just put like gloss on my lips, and like I don't mean this as a pick me and a flex. It's just that
Oh.
like I could, and I feel like they would look decent.
Okay.
I just I almost like want
started-
colors to make them more natural.
Yeah.
More nude
No,
than the bright that they already
I
are.
get what you're saying. I have started just using lip plumper, like a lot of lip plumper as my
Really?
gloss because it.
Does it tingle though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Sometimes I get over the
my
tingle.
lips, I don't feel like are very defined or like have a ton. I mean,
I know
yeah,
you
they're
love
lips, they
lip
have-
liner.
I do love lip liner. It's probably not done right
I've
right
really
now.
gotten into lip liner.
But, like,
lately.
I used to be really good at putting it on, and now I just feel like this one has to be corrected on this side a little bit. Oh no,
really?
no, my cupids are on this side, and so the next thing you know, I look like a freaking duck, and then I have to wipe it all off, and then there just comes a time where you're just like, All right, I'm just gonna go around looking like this, whatever it looks like.
Hey, talk about ducks. Bring it back 10 years ago.
No,
The trend for 2016, and we'll all be duck face out here.
I have to. Oh, I have a good hot take. My hot take is this whole um, suit look is like out now.
Like
You
with
know, like-
girls wearing blazers all the time.
Like, yeah, or like dressing in like these oversized suits and like having these
you know what they
having
say is
these like photo shoots done like in
Yeah.
suits and just like the very black and white type of stuff. I think it's out now.
you're so right. It is
In my
complete.
opinion.
You're so right. It's going out. And then you know what's like the new thing that I was actually reading recently is that 2026 is going to be all the cape silhouettes. Like that's what's back. Like instead of like oversized like a structured blazer, it's like oversized like poncho things or like the long like sleeved arms, but like in a cropped way. And I was like, are we talking about ponchos? Because
Or, like-
2008 cannot.
Wait, I'm gonna have to see that. Yeah, I don't know. I always like think about like where does the style go? Like where are we gonna pull from next? Because there's a lot of things where I'm like, no way is that ever coming back into style. Like,
my God,
are we
I'm
ever
not.
having skinny jeans come back?
Yes.
Okay.
They will constantly leave us and come back. Constantly. I believe it. I believe they'll be back.
I do too. That's why I'm not really throwing mine out. But they're gonna be different in some way.
That's what I hate.
So it's gonna be like
oh,
skinny
save
jeans,
your
then, but
stuff.
it's gonna be different.
I saved like a bunch of like chunky necklaces from literally like the 2010s, and it's
I'm
like
like
they're never gonna be back in the same
Charlotte
way.
Russe.
No, literally, wait, what was it Charlotte Russe? There was another one, Charming Charlie's.
Oh,
Charming
God.
Charlie's, where
Oh
you'd
my
walk
gosh,
in,
I remember
and
that
everything was
so well.
coordinated by color, and it was like so exciting. It was so like aesthetically pleasing because everything was like color blocks in that store. I loved Charming Charlie's. It was such a treat to go in and get to pick out a necklace.
Yeah.
And I had so many of them. And like, even when they come back, they'll come back in a different way. Like I saw that colorful necklaces are coming back, but they're like mini.
Teeny tiny.
Super teeny tiny.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever
And I
like,
agree,
go
that's
chunky
cute,
again.
dainty, but
I don't know. They would be different. They
It
wouldn't
would
be
be
like what we
different.
have back then.
they will come back. I'm not even, I'm, like I said, I don't know about me and jewelry, but here we are.
I'm really trying to like go into a store though and what's that there's a word for it where it's just like they people usually use it for referring to groups of people where it's like from afar this whole group of individuals looks like a really like attractive group, but then when you look at everyone individually, they're just like they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how I feel about
Yes.
some stores and their clothes. I'm like, right now it's all laid out really nicely and like aesthetically pleasing. And it's like gonna
Yeah.
catch your eye and there's a little glimmer. But then every individual piece, I'm like, no.
No, I hate that. That's why like, when you walk past a collection, you're like, oh my God, I would buy everything. And then when you actually have money with you and you're like, no, I'm actually here to buy something, you're like, wait, none of this works.
Yeah.
Not one thing. Wait,
All
I
of it
know what you're
together.
talking about, where it's like you surround yourself, like they say that it's like, God, what's the term? We need to look this up. We need to look this up because it's like the description of it is like, when everyone is like mildly attractive, it makes the one person in the group look like insanely attractive. But if you take that one insanely attractive person, you put them by a group of really attractive people, all of a sudden they're ugly.
Yes.
God, what's that called?
I'm looking it up.
I'm so glad that you are.
Oh, I hate what I have to Google for this, but
I'm just so glad that when I like type bullshit in the chat,
cheerleader effect?
No,
The term for when a group of people looks more attractive together than they do individually is the cheerleader effect.
I do not subscribe.
It says popularized by the TV show How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, that is
So I think
completely what I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it from. But like, okay, did you watch How I Met Your Mother back in the day?
No.
Okay,
No.
I watched every
Sorry.
episode like 50 times through. Like, fuck you, okay?
No, no.
I
never
love
watched
it.
No, I'm not a sitcom kind of gal.
You said that you needed to watch Friends. You do. It's true.
Last time I watched it was when you guys were. And I've been
What do you
meaning to.
watch?
What do I watch?
She's like, when I ever have time, like, other than like the bunny show.
Well,
that Lucy is
actually,
watching
funny
upstairs.
you should ask what we watched because I just took my husband, to on a date night this past Saturday, and we went to see. If you've ever seen Peaky Blinders, the TV series, and the movie.
The movie came out?
Yeah, this
I didn't even know the movie came
this
out.
past weekend.
stop.
Do you like Peaky Blinders?
Yes, I watched Peaky Blinders like when it originally
You're
aired.
the first girl I've talked to that is like actually
Are you
responding to me.
surprised?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised by other people being like, oh,
Like,
I
no.
don't really know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know?
I love like a historical fiction.
So true.
No, that's why I'm like, why are you surprised?
Oh my
And like
gosh.
the way that the first season of Peaky Blinders was all about like the IRA, and like if you didn't know about that piece of history,
I didn't.
it was lost on a lot of people. That's why a lot of people didn't make it to season 2 back in the day. They only made it the resurgence when like Cillian Murphy was blowing up, and then people were going back and bandwagoning loving Peaky Blinders. And so I'm gonna be that girl right now to say I loved them from the beginning.
Yeah, so definitely worth seeing on the big screen. But
I'm so excited.
it's like when you finish a TV series, it's like the end of an era. It's like you feel grief. You grieve a little bit because you're like, what am I supposed to do without this? Part of me feels empty. And anyways, Luke is who got me into Peaky Blinders. I watched the whole series with him because he loves it. And so I surprised him by taking him to see the movie this past weekend.
One.
He had no idea.
Wait, I can't. I'm so gonna do that to Hayden this week.
Yeah, you should, because I don't know how long it's in theaters, and it was only at the Alamo at the City Foundry
I'm so
downtown.
excited.
Have you been to that place? We just
The Foundry?
so
I thought it was.
they have a movie theater there, and you can like order food, and they have recliners and everything, and it's like a whole
Yay!
thing.
Did
And
you get a drink? Oh
no, I didn't get a drink.
Luke
Luke got a Blue Moon, and we shared that a little bit. We got there a little bit late, so like we didn't have time to really sit and figure it out, because it's like you have to like fill a ticket out at your seat, and then like
It's not an app and like a QR code?
no.
That's so interesting that it's not.
They, like,
I've
have
been to a
servers
bunch
and
of
stuff.
those. Yeah, but I've been to those where like they have servers, but like you order it on the app and like just some server like comes
Oh
out
yeah,
and,
no,
like,
this
brings
is
it.
like you write it down and then you hold it up or whatever.
It's
and
like
they
a
come
full
and take
dinner
it.
experience then. Like you have like
Kind
your
of.
own server.
It's fun. The food was actually decent.
How was the movie though?
Okay, the movie is good. It's just, it's not like it's maybe because we had too much time in between having watched the last season. But it's not like it's picking up from where it left off, if that makes sense. And so I think
Interesting because like I know
it's
it
its
was-
own entity. It's its own thing.
I know that I saw recently a post though that said like the director's selection of like which specific episodes to watch to be your refresher for the movie.
Oh.
So I think that there's got to be a few things here and there that they like pull from.
Yeah,
I mean, like if you're fresh on those, then you can
yeah,
get
I
some-
would say like if you've never watched Peaky Blinders, definitely do not go see that movie because there's too much that happens in there. There's so much that like just wouldn't make sense. So I would definitely say like it's worth seeing if you've seen the whole series. It's just that it's not like it's not a whole new season. It's just a movie.
Yeah,
you got an hour.
It's
and
like a
40-something
teaser.
minutes, and that's the end of the story. Like that is everything, and so it's like, oh damn,
we gotta go back to
I
like
was shedding tears part of it. I'm just and like Luke never checked in on me once. He was so invested. I'm like over here like crying, and there's tears coming down.
we're like
There's
this
some-
is a joint experience,
some-
sir. Check in on me.
There are some shocking things that happen, but it's
fuck.
no, definitely go. Oh my gosh, you have to go see it now.
I'm like a big fan actually.
I
so,
don't know
like,
if it was like
I
I don't know if it was my favorite, but I think it's because it like it's the end of everything. So it's like
No,
you're never
I-
gonna get it again.
I
you
like
know?
what you were saying about like it's so true. Like the end of a series sucks. Like everyone knows what it's like to have to grieve your characters because the story is over, not because anything good or bad happened. Did I tell you that me and Hayden we just binge watched from 1 to 4 all of the Hunger Games
No,
this week? Yeah.
never something I'll probably do again for the foreseeable future.
I don't think I'd ever seen the last one. I think the last one was completely new. And like I remember going like on a school field trip back in the day. We read like the first book of Hunger Games like in school, and they took us to the premiere. And I didn't even know that there was 4. That's so many movies.
I thought there was 3.
Dude, there's 4. We watched 4. And in the
Of the
end,
same characters?
yes. And,
Wait, okay.
and the scene's really, and in the end, and like the end is literally like years in the future of like the outcome of everything, and like Katniss's life, like in the future and whatnot. So like, no, we finally got to the end, but I was like, I don't know that I agree with how that went, but that was weird. So I didn't mourn that one because we watched it within like 2 days. Like that was like how we spent a weekend, and honestly, it was really nice because we hadn't had a lot of days to just completely rot on the couch this season at all.
Mhm.
So that was like really nice. But like we're coming to the end of watching Friends again, and like
Okay.
we'll be upset about
Did you
that.
say again?
Well, Hayden's seen it before, but not me.
I'm like, you have sat through all this before?
Well, and that's the thing. People who like, I feel like there's a difference. Like, are you one of the Office people?
No.
I
But
just
I'll
like,
look at all the memes and I think clips are hilarious, but I cannot sit and actually watch through.
so I'm
trying.
giving a hot take kind of a deal. Like, there's two people in this world, two types of TV show people. You're either an Office person or you're not. And like the Office people, they're the ones who, right, like they'll watch something just like constantly, like over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Because
not me.
people who watch The Office, I mean, listen to the terminology. They watch. It's not they've seen The Office.
Yeah.
They constantly rewatch
No,
The
it's true.
Office. And so it's like a never-ending thing. And like my husband, it's not like he's constantly watching The Office. He's a big fan and he will here and there. But like he rewatches movies 24/7, shows. He was watching the Titanic the other day. I was like, why are we watching the Titanic? He's like, it's a good one. I haven't seen it in a while. I was like, I can't like emotionally go through all of this right
yeah,
now.
that's a tough movie to just
Like,
be like.
I know the roller
I
coaster.
haven't seen it in a while. Well, we all know what happened. What did
He was like, I'm analyzing the door.
Did you miss something this time?
But like that's the thing is like I think for me like if I know the emotional roller coaster it's gonna take me on, I'm not down for it. Like I need to be surprised, so I don't like to rewatch things like he does.
Yeah, well, Peaky Blinders' last movie will have some surprises. I will say it was a good way of ending the show. It's done now. That's the only sad part. But I have heard there'll be a spin-off series.
That's crazy, but okay.
It'll make sense after you see it. I probably don't know if I would watch it though because it's like, no, there's only one Peaky Blinders and there's not going to be a spin-off because it's not going to be the same. You know, it's either I want the original or nothing.
You know, honestly, I think that that's the reason why they make so many spin-off these days is because of that feeling of like where fans are so invested that they're so sad.
Some
like
things like
the end of Game of Thrones, I'm sorry, there's already 2 spin-offs, right?
Oh yeah.
And then there's all of the Yellowstone stuff because Yellowstone was a hit. So then they made like 4 different TV shows.
Oh, okay. So we were talking about this like on the car ride home, and we were just like, what TV series have we watched, and like which ones do we need to like actually watch? And I think our next one will have to be Breaking Bad because he and I have never actually sat through and watched Breaking Bad.
You know, I give
you
like
like it?
props to Breaking Bad. Yes, and I actually watched that recently, like within the past year.
Oh.
And I will say that show, I love it because I love a show where they like do like justice to the story of like the outcome was what it had to be. Like they couldn't just because they love the characters or they want the flowery writing, like you're backed into a corner, it's gonna end a certain type of way. And like they ended it even when it was like at a height, just because the story was naturally had to come to an end. And so it's like I respect that. Like you can't draw something out where like I'm sorry, but Grey's Anatomy makes me lose my mind. How many traumas can one character live through?
Yeah.
Like 40 seasons where every season there's a new plane crash. Like
about Grey's Anatomy. We're just talking about Grey's Anatomy. I'm just like, I wouldn't watch it now because all the characters are dead, so it's not even the same Grey's Anatomy anymore.
And it's like I can appreciate for that specific show how like sure they just like keep recreating something.
I mean,
that
maybe
people
I would. Like I loved Grey's Anatomy. So, but then there came a time where I just fell off, and I'm just like, I don't even know where I left off. There's no way I'm about to
go find out all these.
I'm like, figure out where I left off.
It's too much. But like that's what I mean with it. It's like good for Breaking Bad. That was really good. You'll enjoy
Is
it.
Severance supposed to come out with the 3rd season?
They are, and I love.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, you watched 1 and 2?
Oh yeah, we watched it.
Okay,
Sorry, but
did you watch this recently?
We watched it before it had Kellum.
Oh dang, that was a long time ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember sweating a lot during the
I like, was that because it was summer or because Because it's really intense.
Like the end of like no, because it was super intense. But then it's like season 2 happens, and I'm like, okay, well, like, sorry, but season 1 was just so much, and just like it left you on such a high that there's nothing that can get you back to that high, no matter what.
I waited 3 years in between season 1 and 2, and if you've seen Severance, like it leaves you on the biggest cliffhanger ever. Like I can't even believe it. Immediately, like when I watched season 1 and it leaves you on this huge cliffhanger, obviously the first thing I'm doing is Googling when does season 2 come out? And it wasn't going to be for another year. And then there was the writer's strike, and then yada yada. It was 3 years, people.
Okay, well, we have seen Game of Thrones. Jack Ryan. Have you seen Jack Ryan?
No.
Okay, you have to do that. It's got a little bit of history. Ironically, there's some stuff that's like relevant right now that it had in its show. Okay. Love it, but it's from the Jim from
The Office.
I got Luke into Jack Ryan. He once we were finished, we were like, Jack Ryan. Like, no, that's a good one. You'll like.
But is it like so? It's like completely finished.
It's like. Because I think so. I think they were looking to maybe do another season or movie, but I think it's done.
Because I like look for shows where they have seasons. Okay, good. So I need multiple seasons because I can't have Severance happen to me again.
No. There's 3 seasons, but they're not necessarily all related. It's like its own because it's like I forgot this guy works Jim works for like the secret like. They go on missions. So there's different things.
Different mission.
So like every season is a different mission, but the characters will come into play and stuff. It's really fucking cool.
Like
it's
speaking
really good.
of like apparently we're going down the rabbit hole of shows and TV shows, guys. But I'm looking okay, have you seen The Pit?
No.
I mean, it just won a bunch of awards and stuff.
What's it about?
It's an ER, but like
I don't
but the thing is like
emergency room is like
it's like 24 back in the day. Like it's a 12-hour shift, so it's 12 episodes, and every episode is just an hour of the same day. Okay. So season 1 was 1 day, and season 2 is a single day. That's a year later.
Okay.
So it's a single day in the ER. Yeah, it's not like
one season is a single day.
One season is a single day. An episode is an hour.
Oh, I can see how that would be really like you're on the edge of the seat. That's smart.
Yeah.
Black Rabbit.
No, is that like Black Mirror? What's Black Rabbit?
Okay, this was a new one. It was only 1 season. It was like just a quick, it was just like
just one season. A docu-series.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Maybe it's the wrong word for that.
Wait, how excited I just got into docu-series though.
That really, okay. It's just 1 season show.
Interesting.
Oh. It's like a crime thing. It's got Jude Law and Jason Bateman.
Oh, I love Jason Bateman too.
He and Jude Law together though are unreal. It was really good.
Okay,
Luke and I really liked it. And so it was only like 8 or 9 episodes. And that's the whole thing.
Amazing. And it's like, okay, if you like start something knowing that that's what it is, then it's like easier to swallow. Because another show that Hayden and I had watched back in the day is Outlander.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
And that was like tough to watch at the time. And the final season, it's been advertised as the final season, has just came out. And Hayden keeps wanting to like go rewatch the last season so that we can watch this season. And I'm like, honestly, that's like asking me to watch the Titanic. Like I know the emotional roller coaster.
Oh, really?
It's like really intense, and it's like they do such a good job. There's so many intense things that happen. So I've got one of these days I've got to sack up and finish Outlander.
Okay.
But that's a good one.
I have heard of that one, but I haven't seen it.
It's really good. It's like it's one of those that like I don't want to pick up, but like when I'm in it, I don't want to put it down.
Really? Okay, wait, hang on. But this has been getting me to
Actor?
Yeah. Yes! I haven't finished the last book yet, but I'm more than halfway done. And I am not listening to the interview with her on Call Her Daddy because I think that there's probably some spoilers.
I haven't listened to the full thing yet, but I think there's spoilers. So our favorite series, A Court of Thorns and Roses, has been announced that it has 2 more books coming out later this year. And literally talk about having to mourn your characters when you have like when you're that deep in like a fantasy series and then like it's over. And there's something more intense, I feel like, when it's a book than a TV show. Because like in a book, it's like you've built it up in your
Oh my
mind.
gosh, it's
So it's
like your little secret.
yeah, it's like it's your secret world, and it's like your personal relationship
Wait,
with
did you
these
see that thing I
characters.
sent you where it's like what
Yes,
he sees versus
yes.
like what you're seeing?
Yes, you guys, she sent me a meme where it's like you're like what he sees, and it's like your husband just looking at you. You're just like reading a book and whatever, and then what she sees, and it's like her head filled with like all this imagery, like the characters and like castles and like,
Oh my
the
gosh.
views and like.
I am determined to get Luke on these books though.
Okay,
Did I send you that too?
don't let him like talk to Hayden about it because we started reading the first book together and he never finished. So I told him I was like it's getting good after the first book, but so we just couldn't pick it up.
Because then my whole feed was like all about that, and it was about this one guy who like got into it. And he was like, Team Rysand, whatever. And then like soon like he's like reading through them, and so like he was so in it, and I'm just like, that could be us. Together, and then have fun together.
Have you and Luke ever like read a book together?
No, but he's read a book and then I've read a book. But see, he thinks he does like to read, but then he chooses the.
He's read a book and then you've read a book.
Like he read the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, the same book. Like
okay.
he read it and
Yeah,
I read it after him. But like, apparently I read the wrong Da Vinci Code. Like or like I didn't start with the first book and I thought it was the first book.
We like you try to have a conversation with your babe about the book and he's like, "What the fuck did you read?" Like,
yeah, he's like, "That's not
completely
number
different
one." I'm like, "Yeah, it
conversations.
is." He's like, "No, it's not." I'm like,
Oh shit.
"Well, I thought it was." So like here we are.
That's hilarious. You know what? Talk about a hot take. Don't even know if it's that hot, but a take is it is sexy, intimate, bonding to read the same books as your partner. Like it is nice, like you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
When you're reading, like even not at the same time, but like to have read a book and then like give it to your partner and then they also read the same book because it's like your inner monologue or like these inner thoughts you have like with the characters or whatever. Now you're like you get to reference it.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, Reese, like you would know who that was.
I know. Oh, it's
yeah.
There's something that I'm just like, oh yeah, we'll have to do this on another episode where we go through all the characters' names and like you say and I say it and see if we're saying it the same way.
At this point, I'm so confused because I've seen these like, we will though.
Every time I see a video, someone's pronunciating it differently.
My problem is, so this is a book of fantasy, and so there's so many made up words and names and all that jazz. And so you don't actually know how to pronounce everything. So everyone inside their head, of course, has their own pronunciation. But now I've heard the author talk about it, and now I followed like the fan pages.
Did she say the names?
Yes, of course she's talking about her characters. So now I'm screwed because like don't burst my bubble in my head, honestly. Like that is a hard thing. If you're like reading a book, especially fantasy, it's like keep it for yourself. Don't follow the pages because now it's like, you know what? That was my fairyland. I didn't need yours.
I have a lot to take. I really hope this does not turn into a TV or movie series.
Because you don't think they'll do it justice?
I don't think they will. Not from whatever you've sent me, like the little. I was just like,
I think they were like AI generated, but like I've seen some clips out there where like video generated of like different scenes, and I will say, even Hayden said that to me when I like told him I was so excited that I heard that these new books are coming out, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I feel like they're probably with all the hype around these books, they're gonna be making it into a series." And he's like, "Wouldn't that be awesome?" And I was like, "Only if they could possibly do it justice." Which I mean, that would be a tall order.
I mean, maybe the only way to do it is not with like with people, but to actually have like an animated type of thing.
Yeah, but like I'm not really gonna watch that neither are you.
Okay, let's be real. I'm trying to.
No, but that's the problem. Like, did you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender back in the day?
Yes.
That's the reason why none of their live action ever works, because you can't hit the same level of like tragedy, growth about like community and war happening mixed with the lighthearted humor of like the animals and stuff. Like you can't do the my cabbages with a live human. Yeah. It's not funny. It's funny when it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't hit the
blue
same.
arrow on your head's not really the same.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit. So some things have to be cartoon. Some have to be
I
live
think
action.
there's just too much magic and fantasy in this book to even possibly come close.
But they've done it with things like Game of Thrones before that did hit and was like well done at the beginning, and so it's like Could they?
You know what? I have, from the little snippets of the interview that I've seen and other reviews of this interview, I have full faith that she would not dare let a terrible show come out. You can't have books that good and I guess be fighting so hard for your characters and for your books and for them to be a certain way, for it to just be all thrown out the window by a terribly produced and directed TV show.
I wonder if it has to do, and see, now we're just gonna get in the politics of it, because also, like, you have to think that she has a huge publishing company. So who really has the rights there to say it? Is it her or is it the publishing company? Because this is the same as like musicians with their music. Who really owns the rights? Is it you or is it the production company? Because sometimes it gets dicey, and I feel like that's what happens. The artist wouldn't want you to steal their art like that and not do it justice, but sometimes I think it's given away without their say because it's not officially their say.
Wait, but didn't she? I haven't seen it, but she was talking about some fight she was having with like the publishers or whatever.
I haven't listened to the full
Oh,
interview.
okay.
Right, you
okay.
guys, T, Call Her Daddy has interviewed Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah, I guess we should start there.
And yeah, whoopsies.
Sorry.
So if you followed that far, good job, good on you. Because okay, hold on, you loved Peaky Blinders.
I don't know if
watch.
I don't think I realized how much I liked it until I started seeing like other TV shows that were just kind of like, well, you know what? Honestly, when the movie came out and you're seeing Cillian Murphy again, you're just like, God damn, that was a good show. I should probably rewatch and like actually get to enjoy it this time. You don't realize what you've missed out on until it's done and gone.
I do like rewatching shows more than I like rewatching a movie.
I would
I'm
possibly
so
rewatch
bad
that
at
show.
movies.
It's just
Did you ever watch Vikings?
no.
It's a good one. I put that one up there with Peaky Blinders.
Have you ever seen Sherlock?
There's like so
No.
many different Sherlock
I'm talking about with
movies.
Cumberbatch. Sherlock.
I don't
like
know,
the
I need to see
OG.
the picture. I can't do it with people's names. I don't know.
What?
I need
What?
faces.
The British dude.
Okay, maybe I don't know.
Okay.
There's one with Jude Law. I've seen that one.
No, I'm not talking about movies.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
talking
probably
about the
not.
TV series.
She's disappointed in me, guys.
I am.
Shaking
There
her
has
head
been a
at me.
lot, and with Robert Downey Jr., like we're not talking about that shit.
What would be your all-time favorite
TV series?
Yeah, do you have one?
No.
Especially if you're not a sitcom person, because I feel like if you're thinking of like what is your favorite TV series or like show, I feel like it's easy to say like a sitcom that you like would rewatch that like I don't know.
I don't think I have like. I mean, I would say like, oh, I Love Island UK. You know, like that's like what I resort back to is like my Love Island stuff.
Oh my god.
But I would say like there's definitely been some TV. I think Jack Ryan is up there for me
I have to
in
watch
terms
it now.
of like sad when it's done. Like I like that kind of TV series. I'm trying to think of like we just haven't watched TV in so long.
Okay,
so,
but like on the like
I don't have like one that is
like stand out.
yeah, because we don't watch a ton.
Okay, but the one that's been so hyped with everyone lately that me and Hayden have tried to start is Traders.
Oh boy, yeah. No, I haven't started that. I haven't watched it.
But there's
Everyone's
all of the
obsessed.
hype, and so like there's what 4 seasons out right now, and so I really want to get to season 4 so I can see what all the hype is. But like I'm invested in watching the progression of how this show ends up like this level of hype. So I started with season 1. We watched all of season 1. At the beginning, we were like, what the fuck is this? At the end of it, we were like, oh my god, genius. And now we're starting we're in season 2, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Clearly things are changing.
Oh. So you think it's worth having okay, well continue
I don't know.
watching and then
Yeah,
let me know if it's worth
I'll
actually
fill you
watching
in.
season 1.
Yeah,
I might
I'll
just
fill
start
you
at season 1.
because clearly that's one that everyone's losing their mind over, and I'm missing the conversation, right? So I'm trying to catch up so I can be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I watch shows sometimes. I just want to know whatever it's talking about.
I know. Yeah. I agree with you.
That's my hot take. That's the reason I watch TV.
You have a lot of hot takes this episode.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
One you like best. And
there you go.
All right, well, I guess we're done. Is that it?
Guys, do we make it through another week? All right.
Yeah. Anyways, goodbye. We'll see you later.